Quick Takes with Ed Masterson.
You know, when it comes to tweaks, I'm going to say, I'm going to call this a tweak, because for a lot of people it probably is. Speaker placement. The tiniest movements in a speaker, you just wouldn't believe it. I mean, with two speakers, just an eighth of an inch of a difference in positioning with toe in can snap a vocal, like a vocal image into focus. So I tell everyone that I work with their systems, it pays to play. Just because you think it sounds amazing doesn't mean you're not off by an eighth of an inch where it'll all of a sudden become fully halt.
Increase in
like in audiophile terms, it's hard to put. It's funny, we all try and use numbers, but it's a very subjective and honestly variable experience. So, but from an audiophile perspective, a significant gain, one worth attempting to attain. So it pays to play. Mark it, move it, put it back, move it a different direction, listen to it, move it back, see what you think. I mean, just go half-inch, quarter-inch movements with the speaker, just one of them even. And sometimes it's good to do both, but you can start with one, and you start to hear what that does. But from my standpoint, from tweaking, that's probably the most valuable part, and there's a lot of others.
Is there any tweaking, because I am very curious about it, that you could share, like, about when you put in a set of the Alexes, but you put them on stands, and the stands that had silica in there, like, was there any shall I say, obsessive tweaking that you had to do with those? Or?
Well, so that was a very unique application. That was specifically a setup specifically designed for a customer that wanted to enjoy his music, which he enjoys through a computer, standing. He doesn't really believe in sitting. He thinks it's bad for your neck. And so we set up a standing listening position for him, and what we had to do was raise the speakers basically 2 feet to compensate for his sitting position versus standing position.
Right.
And then based on his distance and his ear height, Wilson created basically the numbers to determine the position of the modules on the speaker to optimize timing for the speaker to that specific ear location. And so those stands, and what's interesting there is that it definitely changed the speaker's response a little bit, because you're raising it up off the floor. Being closer to the floor would change that. In the end, the process you used for setting up the voicing process basically compensates for that difference, because you're listening
the height
for
difference.
The difference in the bass response of the speaker because it's farther up, and the fact that the tweeter and the mid-range is now closer to the ceiling than would normally be, when they design the speaker. So. It's it's really the position of the speaker relative to the room, because that matters.
Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you for watching.